PTE summarized written text, I'm completely getting confused. Sometimes I get 0 out of 9, sometimes 3 out of 9, 5 out of 9, 6 out of 9, 7 out of 9 or 9 out of 9. How do I ensure that every time I get 9 out of 9? Well, if you're bombarded with such questions in your mind, then trust me, today's video is the one gives you complete insights on the full analysis of summarized written text. Want to make most out of this video? Make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE Academic. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome per-packed video on summarized written text full analysis. Well, before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. The WhatsApp link is in the description of this video. You can check them out as well. Our AI portal www.skillsptewithnakul.com is out. You can click on the link below or just type whatever I just told, www.skillsptewithnakul.com. subscribe for a plan and start practicing, because you will be getting almost the same scores or 99.9% similar scores of what you get in the main exam. Also, we released our 4 official ebooks. The link for all the official ebooks are in the description of this video, and our new spell vocabulary and collocation app is out. The link for the spell collocation vocabulary app named Skills Pro AI, that's our app, is in the description. You can click on the link, start playing and enhance your English skills as well. Alright, without any further delay, let's straight away get right into the PTE summarized written text. Here we go. PTE summarized written text has become very, very important, especially after the recent August 7th 2025 updates, wherein summarized written text now contributes approximately 18 to 20 marks towards your writing and towards your reading separately, and that amounts to approximately 37 to 40 marks, which is really massive, humongous. So let's understand, let's deep dive into different scenarios where people get 0 out of 9, 5 out of 9, 3 out of 9, 6 out of 9, 7 out of 9, 9 out of 9. Let's start with the very first research or observation on 0 out of 9 through our AI portal. Here we stand. To get 0 out of 9, you should have made any of these 4 mistakes. The first mistake is, yes, you're copy pasting, definitely yes, and you've taken the exact sentence and you pasted it something like this, and you forgot to put a full stop and you submitted this 100% gonna be 0 in the exam. It is not just taking away marks for grammar, entire thing will go for a toss. So here it is, 0 out of 4, 0 out of 2, everything is 0. You click on any of this, it says form score cannot be given, grammar score cannot be given because sentence doesn't have a valid number of full stops. Be very, very careful. This is the first scenario wherein you tend to completely forget that you need to put a full stop. Everything else is so good, but you forget to put one full stop, you don't get marks. Remember this. The second scenario wherein you get 0 out of 9 is by putting more than one full stop. 0 full stops or more than one full stops also get you the same 0 out of 9. Let's check that out. I'm gonna take 2 sentences here. I'm copying and pasting. I've got 2 full sentences here. There is a first full stop and there is second full stop. Okay, there are no more full stops in between. There are 2 full stops. I'm just submitting it. Let's understand how much marks do we get. So it's again 0 out of 9 because it says vocabulary or summary must contain exactly 1 full stop, no more or no less. This is for PTE Academic only, not for PTE Core. This is the second scenario where you end up getting 0 out of 9. The third scenario is where you write everything in capital. In the exam, you just write everything in the capital letters. You end up getting 0. This is evident from the score guide of the Pearson. The last scenario wherein you get 0 out of 9 is when you exceed the word limit. Word limit is between 5 to 75 words. Of course, everyone will write more than 5, but if you exceed 75 words, then also it's going to be big 0 in the exam. Be very, very careful. Whatever you write, keep it between 5 to 75 words. Ideal word count, we will see towards the end of the video. You will understand what is the ideal word count. Now we will test the second scenario where you end up getting around 4 or 5 marks and not more than that, or little less than 4, 3.5 or 4, 4.5. What would be the case here? The content you will not be covering a lot. You would be covering only, let's say, 2% of the content or 3% or less than 5% or less than 10%, not more than that. First scenario. Second scenario is your grammar would be completely messed up. In combination of these two, you end up getting low scores. I've already copied it, so let me just paste this particular sentence. It's a very small sentence. You see here, there are so many grammatical errors, spelling errors, where spelling is not counted as a separate entity, but it will be counted inside the grammar for summarized written text. And also the content I'm writing, it's 22 words, but it's covering only the first line of it and nothing more than that. That means probably 10% of the paragraph you have summarized. Entire paragraph is still left. So let's see how much marks do we get. If we write something like this, will our vocabulary score goes down? 100% is. Vocabulary is all about what apt words you've written, and you've written very less number of apt words pertaining to the paragraph, so vocabulary has to go down. And also content becomes 1 out of 4. It's not because of 22 words that you wrote, it's because of the content coverage. You've covered only just one line of it. And grammar is 0.5. We'll just check this grammar. Staple spelling wrong and century spelling wrong. ITS is it's ITS without apostrophe, and nutritional spelling wrong, creamy spelling wrong. There's so many mistakes here. So grammar you end up getting 0.5, and form is 1. That's the only marks you're getting, so this would be 3.5 out of 9. Be very careful. You got to cover a little bit more of content without any grammatical mistakes. For that you just have to retain everything as it is. Copy paste may not work. You just have to manually type and retain everything. When you type, make sure you don't make spelling mistakes. You make spelling mistakes, then marks will definitely go down. This is the second scenario where you can end up getting 3.5 to 4 or 4.5 out of 9, and definitely not more than that. If this is the scenario, you end up getting probably 4 out of 9 for both writing and reading if you do this for 2 questions. Let's say out of 20 marks to writing and 20 marks to reading, meaning total 40 marks, you end up getting hardly 18 to 20 marks lost. Be very, very careful. This gonna be the major blow. We will just go with the next observation. The next scenario is you end up getting not 3, 4, but not 9 as well, in between probably 5 to 6. The problem is, yes, you are covering a little more of a content compared to the previous observation, but it's still not enough. And also definitely you will have some grammatical issues. Let's check out this scenario. Already have copied the content. I'm just pasting it. 30 words. Buffalo milk has been staple in many cultures, prized for it, and I've added a little bit of extra information. Probably this is what I am adding, a little bit of extra content compared to the previous one, but same grammatical mistakes. But earlier was 22, now we've increased to 30 words. So let's see what our AI rates it as. Content became 2 because you've little bit covered extra. Vocabulary also increased, probably yes, that's how it is coded. But grammar has gone for a toss. So 5.8 out of 9 is what you would be seeing. Probably if you do something like this. So content has to be 4 and grammar has to be 2 out of 2. For that we will see in the end how to ensure it is all 9 out of 9. But yes, this is going to be the problem. Try to cover a little bit of more of content and ensure there are no grammatical mistakes, spelling errors. Remember, spelling is not there in the criteria. Doesn't mean that spelling is not counted. Spelling comes inside the grammar for summarized written text. Now we will go to this probably 7, 7.2, 7.5 out of 9. Probably the user will cover a little bit of more content, but still it is not enough to get 9 out of 9. Let's check it out. Alright, I'm just pasting the content. You see here, buffalo milk has been a staple in many culture till creamy texture I've copied, and the next sentence and I have used a connector. It is extensively used. It is over here. It is extensively used. So I've covered 2 parts of it, not just one line from the top or one line from the bottom. Few in the beginning, few in the middle. I've covered 2 parts of it, 45 words. So let's submit it and see how much marks I'm gonna get. Alright, I've got content 2, but grammar is all perfect, vocabulary is all perfect, form is all good, but content is not still 4 because I'm not covering much of the content from the paragraph. So this would be 7 out of 9. You do this for 2 questions, probably you would lose 4 marks, meaning into 8 marks, 4 to writing and 4 to reading, which would be costly if you are aiming for 85 plus in writing, isn't it so? So work on it. Now we will show the final version, but there's no grammatical mistakes here. We will just take up the final one where you end up getting 9 out of 9. Alright, I've already copied it. I'm just pasting it. Is 50 plus word is enough? It's not basically about 45 words or 50 words. It's about covering the content. The content coverage should be more from the paragraph. Just covering 1 line or 2 line from the first part and writing 70 words still would end up getting 2 out of 4 or 1 out of 4. Try to cover as much parts as possible. So here I'll show you buffalo milk. We have taken the first sentence, creamy texture, up till here. Second sentence, it is extensively used. This is what we have taken. And the third sentence, we have added a connector, but the milk is also significantly richer. The milk is significantly richer. We have tried to cover a little bit of more content compared to what it was before. Probably one extra line we added, and now we will try to submit it. Most probably it should give full scores, and it has given. This is how you're gonna do. If you really don't want to risk, the ideal word count would be 60-65 words for the perfect content to get 4 out of 4. Grammatical mistakes should be completely avoided, so use the templates or the structures that are provided. Sentence 1 comma and sentence 2 comma but sentence 3, exact copy paste will work. It is working. If it doesn't work, I'll be the first person to indicate you. You can go with this, or you can use while S1 comma S2 semicolon S3. Whenever you put a semicolon, the next word, starting letter of it should be in the small letter. Don't forget to put a full stop towards the end. I'll just show you my perfect answer for this. So I'll just copy the first sentence over here up to texture. Copy paste may not work for you in my website. We have disabled it for some security reasons. Writing and I'll take probably one of the most compared to cow's milk. This is the second sentence, and O has to be small letter, comma but probably I'll take towards the end. It has lower cholesterol levels than cow's milk, making it a viable option. Now this is going to be a little lengthy sentence. It may exceed 75 words, 80 words. So I'll just remove the words which do not have dependency. Then cow's milk, making it a viable option for individuals looking to manage their fat intake. While doing this, I remove. I'll put a full stop. It's 74 words. I've taken just 3 sentences, in between them added 2 connectors, comma and probably here, and comma but probably here, and put a full stop towards the end. 74 words. This would be ideal. There cannot be any grammatical mistakes. The content should be perfect because you've covered a lot. Vocabulary will automatically be 2 out of 2 if you just follow this method, and form is 1, and this is what it is. I really hope this was an informative content, giving you complete analysis of summarized written text through our AI portal. If you like the content, like, share and subscribe, and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. With this, I'm gonna park the video here. This is Nakul, Nakul. Nakul signing off from SKILLS PTE Academic. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Thanks much.